Hey there, and welcome into another exciting episode of A for Effort, coming to you with another quality movie review. I'm your host, Matt, and as always, we start off giving thanks to our unofficial sponsor of the podcast, MoviePass. $9.95 a month gets you one movie a day at local cinemas in your area. Check MoviePass.com for theater listings and offer availability. On today's episode, we're going to break down the sports comedy Uncle Drew. It's directed by Charles Stone III, who is no stranger to sports movies. He also directed Mr. 3000 and Drumline, and it stars an array of actors and basketball players, starting with Little Rel Howery, Kyrie Irving, Shaq, Chris Webber, Reggie Miller, Nate Robinson, Lisa Leslie, Aaron Gordon, Erica Ashe, Tiffany Haddish, Nick Kroll, Mike Epps, and JB Smoove. I will say I wasn't overly excited to see this movie, but I did go out and give it a shot, and I came back 50-50. There were parts of it that I liked, there were parts of it that just felt a little boring, but it's one of those movies that didn't know what it wanted to be. The best way I could describe it is a lot of the times it wanted to be a serious sports movie, and some of the times it wanted to be an irrelevant comedy. I didn't know much about the concept, so I looked it up and realized that this was a Pepsi Max commercial back in 2012. That Kyrie Irving did a television spot as Uncle Drew in 2012, and the concept for the movie grew out of that. And I think that might be where the problem lies. There was no need for a movie like this. There was no market for a movie like this. Again, it's not that I hated it. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. It just felt to me like it was unnecessary. It just didn't live up to either being a good sports movie or a good comedy. Either way, it spent a lot of time just kind of just playing around in the middle. The story's fairly simple. Lil Rel Howery's character wants to coach a team through the Rucker tournament. He has who he thinks is the best player in the tournament, Aaron Gordon's character Casper. His entire team gets poached by Nick Kroll, and he goes out in search of another team when JB Smoove tells him about the legend, the Rucker Court legend, Uncle Drew. And he goes out, finds Uncle Drew, and Uncle Drew wants to put together his squad, and it's a bunch of old men: Shaq, Chris Webber, Reggie Miller, Nate Robinson. Like I said, it's a lot of forced tension, not a real lot of drama. The comedy wasn't strong. It had moments. The basketball players were actually really good actors, surprisingly. Nick Kroll was way over the top. He plays everything like that way over the top. It just felt to me like it was just there to make money. And it did. And that's fine. You get movies like that all the time. You know, it took $17 million to make it, and it made $15 million in its opening weekend. So it did exactly what it was meant to do, which was make money for Pepsi, for the production company. I just didn't feel like this had to be a movie. It could have been a TV movie. It could have been an ESPN original movie. Like, it didn't need to hit the movie theaters. It's not one that I'm rushing out to go see. For that, it gets an A-. I wish I could give it a higher score, but I just didn't enjoy myself in the movie theater. It's going to be a really short review because I don't have much to say about it. It goes down the typical route of a formulaic sports movie where the underdogs win the tournament. It's got a good message about family, and you don't have to be blood to be family, and I think that's a cool message, but I just didn't love this movie in its entirety. Like I said, the basketball portions of it were fun. There was a lot of good games. Like, you could tell the basketball was real, which was fun, but I just didn't get what I needed from the movie to give it a better score. I feel like I have seen this type of movie many times in the past, and that's okay. If you want to watch a movie like this, definitely get out and see it. It might be for you. It wasn't for me. I have been your host, Matt. Check out all the rest of our reviews on the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Come back to us next time on A for Effort when we will have another quality movie review.